Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with another soccer prospects video. And today I have two props on the Champions League slate for today. First one being Jules Koundé, over 1.5 attempted dribbles, as well as Willian Pacheco, over 4.5 clearances. Now I have 5 picks in total, but I wanted to dumb it down and just give you guys 2 of my favorite picks on the slate. So let's start off with Jules. So Jules is in a really good advantageous spot for him because he's going up against Brest, who is not really going to maintain possession of the ball too much, and they allow a lot of dribble attempts to their better opposition. I didn't really take into account a lot of the weaker opposition that they face because a lot of times the weaker opposition doesn't have the skill to be able to dribble. But that is one of his assets, Jules, as he averages right around 2.11, I believe, dribbles per match in this Champions League format so far. As you can see right here, take-ons attempted is pretty much a dribble attempt, and he averages around 2.25, which is really good for his position. And as well, he manages to get one successful out of the 2 that he does, but all we really need is attempts. We don't really need successful dribble attempts. Now that helps, because if he's successful, he might, be more confident to go for another one. But that's all we really need is dribble attempts. He's done a really good job of being able to go over this line consistently in the Champions League, as he had 2, as we said, 0 for 2. So all we really need is this 2 at the end. We don't really need, they don't count the successful attempts. They just count attempts total. So we just need attempts. So he had 2 against Red Star, which was a weaker opposition that Barcelona played. And they also managed to have 70% possession. So that bodes well for him as well. And then also he did it against stiffer competition of Bayern Munich, one of the best teams in the world. He managed to get, I think he got 3. So he managed to get 3. He had 2 successful out of those 3. But all we really need is 2. And I'll show you guys pretty much what I'm telling you guys about Brest. They allow a lot of dribble attempts to their opposition, as you can see here. This is his side that he plays on, so all down this side they're giving up dribble attempts, as well as the other side, all over the pitch really. So that works well for him. And then another team they faced was Leverkusen, who's really skillful as well. They had a bunch of dribble attempts. They had 19 dribble attempts in this match, so the opportunities should be there for him to be able to do dribble attempts. So I really like his dribble attempts over 1.5. Last but not least, Willian Pacheco. So with him, he averages right around 3 clearances per match, but he hasn't really faced any really good teams as he's going to face in Bayern Munich today. I'll show you guys the defense right here. So clearances averages 3.75 in the competition. Like I said, he hasn't really played against stiff competition just yet so far. And Bayern, one thing about them, they love spamming crosses into the box, and meaning when they get to the edge of the box, so any of their players that's out wide right here, they get to the edge of the box, they're going to cross the ball, kind of like whip the ball into this area right here where my cursor is, to try to get one of their teammates to latch on to the ball and be able to kick it straight into the net, or to be able to get position where they can pass it, to another teammate, lay it off to another teammate that might be coming trailing from behind. So they really like to spam crosses into the box, and as you can see here, all those crosses tended to leave Benfica to manage to get 39 clearance attempts. So they got a whole bunch of clearances out of this game just because of Bayern spamming crosses into the box. Same thing could be said for Dynamo Zagreb. They did the same tactics, is they're crossing the ball into the box. This is corners. This is just regular open play as well. And they forced Dynamo Zagreb into 30 clearances. So this is a really good advantageous spot for him as well, as he will be forced to, clear the ball a heck of a lot. So those are the 2 that I really like on today's slate. So I'll go over them again. Jules Koundé, over 1.5 attempted dribbles, as well as Willian Pacheco, over 4.5 clearances. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys my 5-man that I've made. Some of these may have moved, or some of these may have bumped. So just be cautious. If they do bump, I will kind of leave it alone. So I have Luis Openda over 2 shots as my first leg on my 5-man. I have Inago Martinez over 0.5 fouls drawn. He's a pest. He likes to get underneath the other team's skin, so I can see him drawing a foul from the other team just out of frustration. And then also William Pacheco, like I said, over 4.5 clearances. And then I have David Strelick over 16.5 passes. Now, he is a striker, so a lot of his passes are going to have to come from him dropping back into the midfield and trying to kind of play, through the midfield, because he's not going to get a bunch of attempts, especially against Milan, to where he's getting attempts, straight going forward. So I like his passing attempts. And then, like I said, Jules Koundé over 1.5 dribble attempts. So and I will try to post this on the community page on YouTube. If for some of you guys that want to play it, if I can get the whole screenshot in there, I may do bits and pieces of it. I may post it twice. So those are the plays that I'm on today for the Champions League Soccer for today. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.